Hey, this is Shay with ShayRupsky.com, and I want to talk with you about limiting beliefs today. Are you letting your limiting beliefs hold you back? That was a mouthful. Are you letting your limiting beliefs? I can't try saying that 10 times fast. Anyway, are you letting your limiting beliefs hold you back? I'm going to talk about three things, three actual limiting beliefs that a lot of people have, and they don't really want to take the time to deal with it. Even though if they really did get uncomfortable for just a little bit to push through it, then they would be able to find the answers that they need. So the first limiting belief, and this was one that I really, really believed for a really long time, and it held me super back. It held me back in my relationship, in all of my relationships. Like after thinking about this and looking at all of my relationships and some of the friendships that I no longer have, like I realized that it was all about this. So the first one is a limiting belief is that you have no choice. I have three friends who dislike their job, like totally hate their jobs, always complain about going to work, never want to, like, it's always just, oh, I hate my job, I hate my job, I hate my job. We get it. You don't like your job. Okay. So instead of saying, I'm actively looking for a new job or figuring out a way to like their job, all they're focused on is I hate my job, I hate my job, I hate my job. That's not going to fix anything, and that's not going to get you in the mindset of getting to a better position or a better place. So let's talk about an example. Let's say you don't like your job. Okay, so what are the actions you're taking to change your job? Are you applying to 5 or 10 jobs a day? Are you looking for things outside of your job to bring you joy if that is not an option right now? Are there hobbies that you can get into? How can you make your job more enjoyable? If you don't like it, how are you going to make it the absolute best that you can right now so at least you can get through it without having that negative mindset about it? See, you have to change your attitude about it, change your reaction about it so that you can move yourself forward. The second thing is that people really have no goals or life plans. And so, like, for the person who hates their job, they're just like, meh, I can't wait till Friday. So then I can have 2 days off, do this, do that, hoorah, hoorah. And then Sunday comes around, man, I hate Monday. I don't want to go back to work. We get it. You live for 2 days a week. How boring is that? Like, no. Set goals. Create plans. Like one of the things that I started doing when I realized that there was something that I wanted to change, I started reaching out to people who I thought were in a better position than me in that particular area. And I started talking with them and hearing how their attitude was and started to really think about, okay, if I'm going to be this negative Nancy, of course I'm going to get more of that. If I'm going to do this, then I need to plan to make it better. One of the things was traveling. 3 or 4 years ago, I was so upset that we never went anywhere and that I never went anywhere. I mean, it's not my husband's responsibility to send me places, obviously. So one of the things that I did was I joined a mastermind, and I've been to LA a few different times. I've been able to see the ocean, put my feet in the water. I've been able to mastermind with some of the best in the business. Like, I got into a beta program. We're going to Mexico in November. Like, we went to Myrtle Beach with the kids. Like, I forced myself to make a plan, to move in the direction that I want to move. It's not perfect. I'm not going to claim that it's fabulous, but we're moving closer to where I want to move because of the mindset shifts that I'm taking and changing, and the small little mindset shifts that I'm having my husband do. And then the number 3 thing is is from a limiting belief aspect is that you're tired all the time. If you're not taking time for self-care, if you're not taking time to better yourself, if you're not taking the rest and the time to rejuvenate your body, of course you're not going to be able to do other things. One of the things that I've done is I've taken off of my schedule Mondays and Fridays. So no clients can have phone calls with me on those days unless it's an emergency, but there's no real emergency with Facebook ads and stuff like that. So like those are my days to work on my business, to listen to motivational trainings, to do what I need to do for me so that I'm rejuvenated, so that my business is moving forward. Because if I'm not rejuvenated, if I'm drained and stressed, I'm not performing at my fullest potential. So that's what I had to do to change that from being so stressed out all the time, so overwhelmed all the time, to moving from that limiting belief that, oh my gosh, my business can't be easy. It can't move with grace and ease, and changed the limiting belief and the mindset around it and said, you know what? It can. It really can be easier than what you're making it. So those are the 3 things. And let me just reiterate those for you. The first one is about not having a choice. That's the first limiting belief. You do have a choice. Everybody has a choice. You don't like your job, but I'm not going to find anything that pays that high. Then you need a side hustle. Like if you don't like your job and you're going to take a pay cut, have a side hustle. Like do not put yourself in the predicament where you're miserable all the time. Or if you don't like your job, do your job with the best of your ability with a smile on your face and allow yourself to just remember that it's temporary. Like know that you're going to go home to your family or to your friends or to your animals or whatever makes you happy in order to get back to the higher vibration, to the higher mindset. Number 2, having no goals. Create a life plan. Like don't just live mindlessly for the Fridays. Create a life plan to move forward in a direction that's going to make you happy, that's going to make you light up, that's going to make you feel all sorts of oozy and cozy and fun inside. Like life isn't meant to be sad. We were brought into this world to make a difference, to light up other people, to build them up and to create this amazing space where we all co-create together. Like just come on. And then number 3 is being tired, allowing yourself to feel depleted. Like take care of yourself. Take care of your body, take care of your mind. If you're a parent, that's a good example. I will do yoga in the living room with my kids, and Greenlee will come up and do yoga with me. I've discovered something over the last few months called Koya. So I was sitting here swaying and dancing and listen to the music and all of that. And Greenlee, she would start swaying. That's my daughter. She'd start swaying next to me, and she would do that too. So she sees me moving my body, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just showing her what lights me up and what's helping me take care of myself, so she'll see the importance of that as she grows into a young woman. Well, hopefully she'll never, not for another 12 years. We'll worry about that then, but you know what I mean. So those are the things, those are the limiting beliefs that are holding you back. Are there any other limiting beliefs that you've heard that people have said or used? What was it? You're either gonna, that quote, you're either gonna find a way or you're going to find an excuse. Like if you wanted to, you'd find a way. If you don't, you just find an excuse. So if you really want it to change, yeah, it's going to take some effort and it might be uncomfortable, but just do it. Think about how much better you'll feel when it's done, when you plan it, when you do it. Just do it. Nike said it. Just do it. They must know, right? Anyway, I'm done with my tangent. And as you can see, this really lights me up. Like this is something that I've been learning and I've been doing myself. So like it's been a work in progress, and it still is a work in progress. I'm not perfect. There are times where like my bucket is totally empty and I have to refill it with self-care or just put the computer away or walk away from my office and stuff like that. There are days where I have to do that too. Anyways, comment below, share your thoughts, share what's going through your head. I would love to connect with you. This is Shay with ShayRubsky.com, and I hope you have a great day.